Well, hello everybody and welcome to another video. I was going to continue on today and do another video of me restoring the McMichael radio, which there's two videos on my channel already, and but I've ordered some new can type smoothing capacitors for this, and apparently they're out of stock at the moment, so I'm having to wait for them. So I came and had a tidy up in the workshop, and high up on a shelf, you can't actually see it, it's a shelf that's tucked back in a kind of reveal, and I could see a black plastic sack up there which was very dusty, all cobwebs, and I wondered what I'd put in there. And so I got the steps out and found my old metal detector. I have to say I've been watching a lot of the mudlarking and the newer metal detectorists on YouTube, and there's some great videos out there. I was very much into this. I bought this machine we can see in front of me in 1978, and had great success with this machine. Obviously it's a much more primitive and basic metal detector than some of the ones I've been looking at on some of the YouTubes out there today. But it got me results in the 1970s and on into the 80s, and I found a couple of Roman coins with it, and I used to take it on the beach on one particular beach in Norfolk, and found a lot of obviously new coins there that people had dropped, and also, like everybody else, an awful lot of drinks ring pulls from the cans as well as a lot of other interesting bits and pieces. And I honestly thought I'd thrown this away. I didn't realise I'd kept it all these years. It must have been up on the shelf many years. I thought a few years ago I had a mass clear out and it went in a skip. But maybe the reason I didn't was it was quite expensive when new. I think it was sort of around about £60 or £70 in 1978 when I bought it. So I presume that must equate at today's prices maybe to about £400 or £500 realistically. But I thought it might be fun. It's very dirty, as you can see. It's very dusty, so I'm going to clean it all, and I thought it might be fun to see if it still works. So obviously I'll clean it all up, and as you can, if I can open this, it does hold an awful lot of batteries, which I'll explain when I've got it cleaned up, and when we try and see if it's going to work, I'll run through it all and show you the battery packs. So yeah, we'll clean it up and then have a whirl and see if it still detects anything, or if we can find, we'll put a coin in the garden, see if we can find it. So I thought it might be interesting, and then even perhaps take it out and have a go with it somewhere and see if I can still find anything with it. But yeah, we'll be back in a bit, so we'll give it a clean up and come back. Well, I've now got batteries in this vintage Coinmaster metal detector, so I thought we'd come out and have a whirl, see if we could make it work. I mean, luckily I've downloaded some instructions off the internet because I couldn't remember how it works. But what we do to set it up, we kind of let the head, the detecting head, rest on the ground, and then this discriminator knob here we turn fully anti-clockwise. The trouble I used to find, they've got no stops, these knobs, but it says in these instructions until you feel it going tight all the way anti-clockwise. So that's that done, and then we turn this knob here, which is the metal mineral knob, we turn that fully anti-clockwise there again until we feel it reach a point where it goes a little bit stiff. There's no stops on these, which obviously can be quite complex, to find the location where the knob should be. So that's those two knobs adjusted. I forgot to say, while doing that, the first thing you should do is make sure the detector mode, this knob here, is in the norm position, so we were right there, so that's okay. Right, what we do then is we turn this knob to operate. Obviously that gets us a tone, as you can hear. We hold the detector head about half an inch or an inch off the ground, and we turn the metal mineral knob back clockwise this time until we lose the tone. Now I know I always used to use it like that, but the instructions recommend to turn it anti-clockwise until you've got a very faint tone, and that should be now set up to detect. So what I'll get somebody to do is put a few coins in the lawn, and we'll go off and see if we can find them. So we'll come back in a minute. So that's set up now in the basic mode, and we'll have a whirl and see how we get on. Can we detect anything? Right, we're now switched on, and we'll have a whirl up the lawn and see if we can as you can see, I'm definitely getting something there. Quite a very strong, so you can see the meter there. So let's put that down a minute, just have a look. Deep actually, and there we go. You can see that, but there's a 2p. That's one, so I've got another one to find now. Put the screwdriver down there. There's a very strong signal there. As you can see, it's an incredible strong, but I know what that is. There's an old metal post in there that used to hold the washing line, and I've since moved it, so that's an incredible strong signal. So we know that's not what we're looking for. As I say, it's a big metal post there that there's something there, definitely. There goes the meter. Well, you can see the meter deflecting. So let's put our detector down. Just get our screwdriver and have a look. Where were we? I've lost the plot. Just about there, wasn't it? Deep again. And there we go, a 2p. There we go. So there you go. It seems to be working extremely well after 40 years, amazingly. I think what I'll probably do is I'll try and find a location, and we'll take it out and have a bit of a go at a location. I mean, the lawn is only very much of a test just to see if it was still working, and the one downside, I don't know how well you'll hear this because I'm on my GoPro now and the sound isn't particularly good on these GoPros, but you can see you do need a lot of batteries. there's a 12 volt pack and I believe an 8 volt pack made up of AA batteries. So, and I know the batteries used to use a long while. I mean, that's what I was waiting for. The old battery cell holders would all gone corroded, obviously, you know. This was in the days, really, this was made in the days before Duracell, even out before alkaline batteries. You know, they were the old sort of batteries that deteriorated very quickly, you know, when this was made. So I bought two new battery packs for it, and as I say, so you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 15 batteries I believe in total. So it's not a cheap item to put batteries in by any means, but a good bit of fun, and as I say, it's amazing. Obviously it shows it was a well built detector, because it certainly still does detect and works, it seems, exceptionally well after this. You see that was on the 2p. I went over the 2p again. I dropped it out of my hand, and so there we go. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe, and as I say, look out for a future video. Obviously I'll have to speak to some people about going on their land. You must always make sure you've got permission to go metal detecting. I fully understand that. So and we'll take it out on a field trial and do some vintage detecting. So look out for that. But thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and come back and see what we're doing, and bye for now.